The search for a missing High Point grandmother is over. Good evening, I'm Chad Silbert. Julie Luck is off. 81-year-old Hetty Dawkins disappeared nearly a week ago while most of us were sleeping. And this afternoon, High Point police found her body less than a mile from her home. WFMY News 2's Grace Holland spoke to her family about the devastating conclusion to a case that had everyone worried for the grandmother's safety.
Hetty Dawkins' family is relieved tonight knowing she is not lost or in pain, and they are grateful for a community that never gave up the search for her.
Just to know that she's in a better place, it is a dream come true for us, for our family.
A High Point family feeling relief that 81-year-old Hetty Dawkins is no longer missing. Investigators believe they found her body after a week of searching.
Amazing closure, to be honest with you, because we know where she's at. And she's not in no more pain. She's with our granddaddy, and she's happy.
Dawkins disappeared from her home last week, suffering from severe dementia. Dozens of people joined what would become the last day of searching.
Everyone says today is today, and we have to hope and believe in that. Today is the day that we find her.
A search party found a body believed to be Dawkins in a wooded area near a home. Police do not believe there was foul play.
It was a sigh of relief, at least they found her.
Jody Neves was bringing water to volunteers when she learned the news.
I don't know the family personally, but my heart's been there right along with everyone in this area.
Corey and Kevin Dawkins, touched by the support shown to their family since her disappearance, finding hope in the midst of their grief.
Everybody in the city came together for our family, so just the simple thing to come together for one person in our family, they can come together for anything else in the city and make the city a better place.
It shouldn't take things like this for our family to get together, and this for a lot of families. Talk to your loved ones, call them, go to their house and see them.
The community says that love will continue.
We showed our support in your time of need. It doesn't end today. So if there's still needs and wants from the family, just reach out. We've got you.
The family has not yet announced funeral plans.
Grace, thank you. I want you to get a better sense of where investigators found her. Remember, this was the search map that police released last week. They found her within the red circle, which is a 1-mile radius around her house. Dawkins lived just off Penny Road. That's marked in the bottom right side of your screen. Officers found her body on Hickswood Road near the intersection with Willard Road. That's on the top left of your screen. You can see it's right around the corner from her house, just over half a mile away. Over the last week, people showed up in force to find Miss Dawkins, sometimes more than 100 people at a time. Police used helicopters, drones, canines, ATVs, and boats. The effort was fierce. Dozens of people gave their time to a family they never met, sharing love for a woman they never knew.
She's by herself, and she's scared right now, and that's scary for me because she's so strong.
But that's the one I want to give across. I know that through time and the laws of probability go down, I'm not going to operate that way.
She's a very sweet woman, and we just wanted her to come home. We wanted her to be found safely.
She's not my family, and I'm having a hard time. I think about Miss Hetty every day. I don't know her, but I know her now. And I think about the family every day.
I think we're all taken back just about the love that the community is coming together, all individuals from different walks of life. And I've always told people that pain is the common denominator. Pain brings us together, race, color, creed. Pain brings people together, so if we realize that, then we would care a lot more about people, and it's been shown in the triad big time.
We know that she'll be with the Lord, to be absent from the body, to be present with the Lord. So this is what keeps this family going, is that they know that either way, they're going to come out a winner.
The silver alert for Dawkins was officially canceled tonight. There are now 4 active silver alerts across our state, 3 in our area. They're for missing people with a cognitive issue. Now, this case was different because police thought she needed immediate medical attention. Many times we get these alerts and investigators find the missing person not long after. Unfortunately, that did not happen this time around. High Point lost Hetty Dawkins tonight, but through the grief and disappointment, perhaps they found something too. A renewed confidence in community. A reminder that we all have the ability to lock arms and come together when our neighbors need it most. All her life, Hetty Dawkins taught her family the meaning of strength, and through her passing, she passed the lesson on to her neighbors. Tonight, we are also learning more about a deadly car crash in Randolph County from last night. The head-on crash happened on Saddle Club Drive in Trinity. Highway Patrol says Sydney Langston, the girl on the far left here, died in the crash. They say she was in a car with Emily McAllister when McAllister crossed the center line and hit another car head-on. Highway Patrol says the two girls were not wearing seatbelts. McAllister was seriously hurt along with a woman and 14-year-old in the other car. Langston recently graduated from Wheatmore High School. She worked at 66 Grill and Tap House in Thomasville and wanted to be a dental hygienist.
She was one that was like a true friend, and she was like always there for me. Like I kept her by my side, and usually like when I'm bored or I want to hang out, I'd call her. But now when you look at like I see her name on my phone, or if I go to Snapchat or call her, like she's never gonna pick up or text back. So it's gonna be really hard.
Emily McAllister, the driver who was hurt in the crash, has a few broken ribs and had surgery today. Troopers say charges are pending against her. A judge has reduced the bond for a Triad woman charged in a deadly DWI case. Amber Whitaker was in jail on a $500,000 bond. Well, now that's down to $75,000. The district attorney cited her record and charges as the reason for the reduction. Police say Whitaker was driving a car that slammed into a DOT truck back in June. They say she was under the influence of methadone, a drug used to treat an opioid addiction. An 8-year-old child died in that crash. 3 other kids were hurt. Whitaker faces several charges, including felony death by motor vehicle. New at 11, Graham police confirmed a car crashed into a Popeyes just before 10 tonight. A viewer sent us these photos from the scene. You can see a white SUV went through the side of the restaurant, putting a big hole in the wall. A tow truck later showed up to get it out of there. Police wouldn't say whether anyone was hurt or what led up to the crash. We will keep you posted. New tonight, a truck collided with a school bus in Stokes County today. The school district says it involved a West Oaks High School bus. 20 students were on board. None were hurt. Highway Patrol responded to the scene. It's unclear whether the truck driver will face any charges. The storm clouds, boy, they looked spooky as they rolled through the Triad tonight. Look at this shot over Truist Field in Winston-Salem. You could see a lot of rain falling in the distance. The dark clouds about to dump it on the football field at Wake Forest. The system then moved east. A viewer in Alamance County sent us this photo. She says the picture doesn't accurately show the dark, ominous clouds there. And then these photos were taken in Trinity. A blue sky on one side, dark gray on the other. The storm quickly rolled in, then rolled out, leaving quite the scene. And Tim, I have never seen so many rainbow pictures on social media. Lots of people were posting photos from their vantage point. I think I was mostly surprised by the amount of complete rainbow pictures. We saw them in High Point, Greensboro, Brown Summit, you name it.
Chad, my phone just kept dinging like repeatedly. So many of us saw this, and you're right, it was lasting a long time, at least for 10 or 20 minutes. A beautiful sight, and we can thank the rain for that. That rain that was moving through, perfectly timed just around sunset to give us that rainbow when the sun got low enough in the sky. Here's where the rain is right now. Of course, it didn't even do all that much for much of the Triad. We did see some thunderstorms, of course, but they have all come to pass, and that rain really weakened and weakened as it moved farther and farther to the east. Now, we still have a couple of scattered clouds, no problem there, and you might encounter a stray shower in the North Carolina mountains this evening, but we don't really care about that. Here's what I'm watching. Over the next 24 hours, we're going to go through a transformation. Right now, same as it's been. Muggy, right around 70, plenty of humidity in the air. We show these religiously this time of year. We call it the dew point temperature. When it's around 70, you feel sticky. It's that humidity that we wear when we step outside. But watch this. Over the next 12 hours, this is tomorrow morning, a little lower dew points, but here's the big change. Look at tomorrow afternoon. We're going to have dew point temperatures in the 50s, and that feels more fall-like. It'll still be a warm day, even a hot day maybe if you're in the sunshine. But if you're in the shade, there's a bit of a breeze. This is going to feel pretty good. 60s for the morning, 80s for the afternoon, humidity falling dramatically throughout the day. We'll still have a high of 87. Stick around though. I'll tell you how long this comfortable air is going to last, and I'm going to show you so many sunset pictures and rainbow pictures. That's ahead.
Greensboro police are hoping a $5,000 reward will help find whoever shot and killed a 14-year-old boy. Jacqueline Chambers died back in February. Investigators say someone shot him on McPherson Street as he was playing video games at home. It's been more than 6 months since Chambers died, and now investigators are offering $5,000 for information leading to an arrest. Call Crime Stoppers if you might be able to help solve this crime. Greensboro police will offer a final opportunity tomorrow to give your input on the search for a new police chief. GPD wants to know your priorities for a new department leader and what you want to see from them. They're holding a public Zoom meeting tomorrow from 4:30 to 6. You can find the link on the City of Greensboro's Facebook page. Later this week, Guilford County Commissioners will decide whether to approve another round of business expansion incentives. This time, it's $41,000 to a company called IQE Incorporated. They're a support business for the semiconductor industry. The company plans to invest $7 million in a new facility in Guilford County. It would create 31 new jobs. A public hearing is set for the Guilford County Commission meeting on Thursday night. A Thomasville business says it plans to expand in the coming years. Imaflex USA makes packaging materials. They received a $75,000 grant from the state, and now they'll invest $17 million for a major building expansion. In all, it'll create 37 new jobs. New at 11, Alamance Burlington has named its newest high school. This is the view over the future site of Southeast Alamance High School off Highway 119. The school board approved the name tonight. The district has been working on this school for a while now. A $150 million school bond from 2018 helped fund it. In all, it's a $67 million project. More than 1,200 students will attend the new school when it opens next school year. The City of Burlington will close the Maynard Aquatic Center next month and spend several months making repairs and adding upgrades. The city says it'll first replaster the pool and install new grates, then put in a new entry ramp and upgrade the pool filters and mechanical equipment. This work should take about 3 months. After that, the city will install a new pool cover and adjust the locker room benches. It's unclear how long that will take. The pool officially closes on September 10th. The city did not say when it should reopen. The Blue and Gold Marching Machine will march on up to Michigan next weekend. They're playing the halftime show for the Detroit Lions. The team's general manager is actually an Aggie alum. Brad Holmes shared the news himself. The Lions posted the marching band's awesome reaction.
Dr. Ruff and I have some really big news for you. On Sunday, September 11th, the Blue and Gold Marching Machine is going to perform at halftime at our game against the Philadelphia Eagles at Ford Field. You're coming to Detroit. I know you're going to put on a show for Detroit and make us all proud. Our passionate fan base is one pride, and I can't wait for them to see Aggie pride.
Boy, that video just gives you the chills. The Lions take on the Philadelphia Eagles next Sunday at 1 p.m. The rebirth at the North Wilkesboro Speedway just keeps getting better. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is racing there this week. Tomorrow will be his first stock car race in years. Today he met fans and put in some practice laps. We heard from him shortly after.
So far, so good. Having a lot of fun. Just trying to settle in, get a little more comfortable. The anxiety and the nerves are at a max, so I'm trying to chill out a little bit. Tomorrow's going to be insane, just insane. But the place looks great. Seems like everybody's just having a great time.
Earnhardt has a history at North Wilkesboro. His father even raced here years ago. It's been a while since anyone raced at the Speedway. An $18 million boost from the state budget brought it back to life recently. We will hear more from Dale Jr. ahead in sports. Have you received this message in your email recently? It talks about a big lawsuit with Facebook saying you could claim some of the settlement money. If you waved the red flag, you did the right thing, but this time around, it is not a scam. Our Verified team explains next.